Welcome back to the show. Our next guests shot to fame as members of the critically acclaimed band The Stripes. They've since gone on to form a new group, the Zen Arcade.
Their first single hitting the #1 spot in the Irish download charts. We are expecting lots more from them, and we might actually even find out what cowpunk means. You know what cowpunk means?
Not a clue.
Hopefully Evan and Pete from the Zen Arcade will tell us. Guys, we'll chat about that later on, and the new band. Yeah. But Evan, if we can start with you. When did you start playing together the first day?
Well, in the very beginning, myself and Pete and Ross, who are in this band, were also in the Stripes. And I would say me and Pete, we've known each other since we were maybe about 5, 6, I don't know, primary school age. Ross, we've known for about 10 years or more now. As we were coming into sort of teenage years, we started hanging out with him. And always played music, always were interested in music because of our families. You know, it was just around growing up, and was encouraged in us. So yeah, it's just what we've always been doing. So we've been gigging together, I'd say, even properly for about 10 years now.
I love it, because people sometimes don't realise there's a background like that and how close you guys all are and how long it's been going on, really. So you've managed to make a pretty good success out of it. You played Glastonbury and everything. Like, that's every band's dream, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead, Pete.
Go for it, Pete.
Sorry, we covered a lot of ground. I think we did Glastonbury, a lot of big stuff like that. Like, I think we got the chance to tick a lot of boxes, which I think a lot of people wouldn't have got the chance to before, like Jules Holland and David Letterman Show and Conan O'Brien, and like Glastonbury and the Late Multiply.
I was going to say, you better mention the Late in there as well, you know. Give our own a plug.
They had us on. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, Evan, we can see you there in the background playing. But come here, so you left the Stripes. Are you still in the Stripes, or have you left altogether onto the Zen Arcade?
Yeah, the Stripes is no more. We broke up, I'd say, at the end of 2018. We appeared in the Elton John biopic, Rocket Man was the last thing we did. We had a little sort of cameo in that, which was great fun and brilliant experience to be in a movie and all that. But we decided that we wanted to move on, you know. Different people in the band wanted to do different things, so we wanted to do this, and we're really loving getting the opportunity to do it, and that it's been well received so far.
Is it hard, like having had such amazing success with the Stripes, to go out again and try and almost achieve the same level of success? Like you just listed off everything there, Jules Holland, Glastonbury, the Late, like he had done so much. Do you feel a bit of pressure?
Not at all, no. I think because we've done that already, it's kind of nice that like we've kind of ticked those boxes, and I would say there's no pressure to repeat the same thing again, because to try and do that, I think, would be a bit of a fool's errand. What's nice is that we've ticked an awful lot of boxes that would constitute a good career anyway, and I can just totally enjoy on doing this the way we would like to do it, more so than hoping for sort of results that we've already got in another band, if you get me.
Okay, so there's a bit of freedom with this, Evan, is there?
Totally, yeah. Even with this single we put out, you know, we set up our own little record label, Dental Records, and we put it out on that, and we, you know, have a kind of it's the most well received part of the whole thing is the record label name, but yeah. And with this, even as well as the band, we have a podcast that we run, and a fanzine that comes out. These come out every month and stuff like that. So we've all these little different sort of elements to it that we have total sort of creative control over. And then having the creative control over the music, obviously, is what everybody wants, you know, and hopes out of their career.
Oh, absolutely. That's where the paychecks are as well, lads. You know, we can't forget that.
Exactly.
Well, you know what?
And we also, on top of that as well, on top of the zine and podcast, we also run our own little video series called A Day Like Today. So you're actually our first ever celebrity guest on the show as well, which is fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, I feel very.
So before we continue as well, we just want to, obviously it's our first appearance on television at the Zen Arcade, which is a cause for celebration.
Oh, what are you going to do? Oh, I love it.
Documentation as well.
I love it.
Now we've that covered. Yeah, continue with the interview.
Oh, okay, can I? Thank you. Do you know what we want to do? We could talk to you for ages, but people mightn't be familiar with the music. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to a few of your tunes, right? So you recorded this song especially for us in the Spirits store in Dundalk, and this is a track called Wallflower. It's an example of cowpunk, which again, as Dahi mentioned, we'll get to that in a minute. Have a listen.
Extend an invite. I know you'll just be
great sound.
Love the sound of that. That's very, very raw, Evan. It's there, isn't it? It's pure.
That's pure cowpunk, unadulterated.
What is cowpunk?
It is cowboy punk, pretty much. It's a style of music that we got really into. We've been into it for years, and it kind of was, I suppose, sort of underground American sort of scene that started in the 80s. Bands like Jason and the Scorchers, the Long Riders, the Blasters, loads of people like that. It's where it's kind of taken the sort of punky spirit, punky energy, bringing in sort of kind of roots music, sort of country influence, all that sort of stuff. And bringing those things together, and coming from Cavan, we have plenty of experience of country music, surrounded by it. So it seemed like the right thing to do to bring those styles together.
It sounds great.
It really works, doesn't it?
Sounds brilliant.
We listen to more.
We'll listen to more. This is High Fidelity.
Yeah, it's such a cool vibe. Feeling very nostalgic now, are you? Pete, you wrote that song as well. Amazing.
Thanks very much. Yeah, no, that track came about. We have our own podcast as well, as Eva alluded to earlier on, called Higher Fidelity. And we had a jingle for that. The podcast has all different segments and with accompanying jingles and all that as well. And the jingle for that, the theme song for that, we quite liked and said, right, okay, well, it's too good to relegate to a jingle, so we'll try and write a proper song out of it. And it came out well. I think there's a lot of great media stuff associated with the phrase High Fidelity, like the Elvis Costello song and the film High Fidelity by Nick Hornby and the book by Nick Hornby and the film starring John Cusack and all that. So I thought it'd be nice to add to the canon of good things associated with the phrase High Fidelity.
It sounds great. And Evan, your sister Becky's in the band as well.
Yeah, she is. She's on rhythm guitar, harmonies and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, good, yeah. Is it cool being in a band with your sister?
It's brilliant, yeah. I mean, like, the whole band, we scoured the world looking for who we're going to be in this band with. We went for my sister and Sam, the bass player, who we've known for like 10 years as well. So it's, people that we've all grown up together. We've all had these experiences together of playing music and getting into music together and all that. So it's brilliant.
That's cool, being in a band
really
with
nice.
like that.
Yeah, it's really nice about that. You really want to get on though. Otherwise, you could have an Oasis situation.
Saying, don't say a word.
Well, this is it. Exactly, we're going to listen to your final song. Exactly. Don't say a word. Let's have a listen.
Lads, that's absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love your sound. It's cool. It's raw, it's fresh, and you know what? It's Irish as well. It's brilliant.
Oh, you've got a number one fan here now, lads. That's
seriously.
good news. Thank you
Love it.
so much for joining us, Pete and Evan. We really appreciate it.
Pleasure to be on. Thank you. Yeah,
Great to
it's
have
only
you.
a shame that we can't be there. We can't be there, which is the biggest shame though is that we can't see the RTÉ canteen. Because I don't know if you've been, but like the soup there is the creme de la vegetable soup.
We don't get that in RTÉ Cork, I'm afraid, so you're actually not missing anything.
I used to in Cork. I was going to say because the butter in the RTÉ canteen in Dublin is so rock hard it eats the bread for you. It's brilliant. It's amazing.
Oh my God. And on that lovely note, Pete and Evan, thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Check out ZenArcadeBand.com for new music and podcasts from the guys. And of course, you can catch a live stream from them on the 15th of January on CypressAvenue.ie. They're a scream.
Gas crack.
Brilliant.
Now, one of my TV heroes will be on the show tomorrow.
I'm back tomorrow as well.
Mike Murphy. Mike Murphy will be on tomorrow with us.
I know. The original
I get
Winning
nervous.
Street
I don't
man.
get nervous in front of people. I get nervous in front of Mike Murphy.
Yeah, we have to be really at top of our game tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, you're going to have to. We're going to have to try anyway.
Okay.
And we'll have nature lover Derek Mooney as well.
Oh my God.
He's going to be showing us all about the great wildlife photography competition, showing, telling, talking, all that kind of stuff. The Eye in Nature. We'll see you then.
And see you at 3:30, Slonga Full.